Hello, lovely listeners, and good morning, Kim.
Good morning, Joe. Good morning, everyone. Whew. Today, we're going to talk about vacations.
Woohoo!
I will be leaving for vacation tomorrow. And so it kind of, Jules like, maybe we need to talk about vacations. So, um, what? Whew. Man, all of a sudden it's like tune in time. Um, the brain was not working a whole lot before, and all of a sudden it's come through. Um, there's a lot of different things with vacation. So I'm just going to tune in here to what you guys should know. Oh, okay. Um, we're going to start with this one, releasing the expectations.
Hmm.
Releasing the expectations of how it's supposed to go. Um, uh, I get pulled to, and I don't know what movie this is, but I feel like I'm watching an old movie where they're taking a road trip and they have it all planned out. They're going to go here, they're going to go there, and then everybody's just miserable because there's such a plan of this is the road we're going to take, we're going to stop here. And then I could see people getting out of the car like, I didn't want to go here.
Sounds like the a childhood road trip we took.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like what I hear is this year, especially this summer, they're trying to really to get you to release the control, really release the control, releasing the expectations of how it should go
Hmm.
versus more you can have a plan, but not having a structure plan. Kind of go with the flow type plan. They're like you're going to have more enjoyment when you just go with the flow. And
Yeah.
then paying attention to those little things that all of a sudden you get a little judgmental towards or a little frustrated with. They're like stop, and then you that this is the game time. This is the um oh my gosh. Now they're showing me driving down the road and I'm playing like who's got the headlight out? Pediddle. That's what we used to call it back in the day. Um, so you might be frustrated that somebody has a headlight out, but then make a game out of it. Like, oh, or you're driving down the road and you get, you're bored. So then people make games. They like look for a certain license plate that has this name on it or this color car. Um, People have gotten super creative over the years on trips
Yeah.
to break the energy up.
Yeah. And to be able to go with the flow. You and in the class that we did, we called it a fluid framework. So
Yes.
that's the structure. That's the idea. It's like, yes, you have a plan, but also allowing it to be fluid. Like you'll get, from point A to B, but you may not get there exactly how you had it planned. But having the
Yep.
plan is important because it'll get you from A to B.
Yep. It's all the tiny little details that um, they're trying to pull you out of those little tiny details.
Yeah. Well, because they're killjoys, when you have that expectation and you want the experience to line up with the expectation exactly, and then like that ego side of our brain will take over and start getting to be really nasty if it doesn't match exactly. And then that kills the joy. And so
Yep.
now you're no longer in the actual experience of your vacation. You're in the experience of your judgment of what's happening. And so basically you're missing out on your vacation. You're also missing out on life.
Yes.
Yeah. I
Oh,
decided years ago with a vacation, um, the expectation of this break from life, this, I finally get, I was like, that is really wild to have, 52 weeks in a year and get 2 weeks where you get a break. Like that's an odd expectation out of life. And I think, Kim, what I did is I took more of what we're talking about here, dropping the expectations, even of day to day life, and brought more of a vacation feel to my life every day, which is
ooh.
more of a willingness to just embrace what shows up that day. Like I've got a plan,
Yep.
but it doesn't always go the way I have it planned. And in the past, I would have gotten so upset about that stuff or frustrated, and it just would have wrecked it. Oh, I can see so many times I've done that. And now once I've changed that, what I would say is it's an attitude, I guess. You know, where I
Yeah.
embrace what shows up. That makes for that's a phenomenal vacation. As a matter of fact, personally, when I've been on vacations, some of the best moments were completely unplanned and surprises.
Yep.
They're the ones that stand out as like kind of the crown jewels of the vacation archive.
Ooh. Ooh. So you say that, and then I heard ask people to ask. Oh, I'm second guessing the words that are coming through here.
Okay.
It's I'm hearing ask people to ask for that unexpected
Oh.
experiences. So it's like they're inadvertently they're saying when you're on a trip or even your day-to-day living, just say I'm open to the unexpected vacations. I'm open to the unexpected expectations.
Yeah.
It's weird. Yeah.
I love that. Those are the best. And that could be a short weekend vacation. It could be an entire summer vacation. It could be 5, 6 days. This applies
Yep.
anywhere, but yeah, especially to your vacations. It's that plan. It's
Yep.
good until it's not good.
Ooh. And then, ooh, okay. Then I heard, man, what qualifies as a vacation? Because Julie, you mentioned how in your daily life, you're kind of bringing the vacation in on your daily life.
Hmm.
So they're like, now really people have to understand what qualifies as a vacation because they're putting too much emphasis too on that word and making almost the expectation a lot higher.
Yep, by emphasizing it, like I'm on
Yep.
vacation this week. Like I said, I found it kind of obscure years ago where I was just like, really? I'm going to exit again. 50 weeks are going to be a life I'm not so thrilled about, while two of them I'm going to like off the charts love. It just seemed odd to me. And I still, when people tell me, like in the middle of winter, especially here in Minnesota, and they're like, guy going to wherever for a week, and they're just like so excited. And the thing is you want them, they're a little excited leading up to it, but it's also stressful because prepping for vacation sometimes can be stressful. Could be summertime too, it doesn't matter. But then they go on this vacation and they come back, and Kevin, you and I had talked about this briefly. They need a
Yep.
vacation from their vacation.
Yep. I get so stressed out over everything.
I know people who've gone on a week vacation have gotten sick because they were so
Yep.
stressed, and their life is so stressful that when they actually do slow down, their body's been telling them for weeks, hey, you need a rest. So yeah, I'm a huge fan of like, an element of vacation in every day, at least the energy of it. Even I bring vacation energy even when I'm doing work. And when I don't enjoy the work as much. But
Yep.
back to vacations.
Yep. Isn't vacations more, initially I want to say it's designed for self-care to make you more aware of your energy and just being in that present moment, getting yourself away from all the distractions. Well,
Yeah,
it turned into the opposite. So I know
exactly.
for myself, I've been almost doing, and I've been prepping for this vacation. So I've actually been doing more self-care now because I understand in the vacation, I may not get all that, say, self-care time that I'm
Right.
hoping for, but yet I don't want to drain myself. I don't want to come back and need a vacation from my vacation. So I'm actually like being more mindful and doing some of that self-care stuff already.
Yep.
So I'm going into it less stressed. I'm going into it more calm and at peace.
Hmm. Which also means you're going into it just by default more open and receptive to what's going to unfold for you and keep you in balance and harmony with the experience, regardless of if it goes as planned or not.
Yep. I will tell you, years ago, I would get very frustrated and angry and upset that I didn't get to do something on vacation, or my sister got something and then I didn't get it. Like all these weird, silly things that I look back on, and I'm like, wow, none of that even mattered. I got so caught up in the tiny details
Yeah.
that I totally missed out on the big picture.
Yep. Yep. Kind of make sure you bring in it's not even a vacation mindset to your vacation. What I would like people to bring is like embracing life's experiences to your vacation, but then bring that home from your vacation and put it everywhere in your life. Like embrace the experience that's happening before you for what it is.
Ooh. Yep.
You know, if you end up delayed on a road trip and you end up a couple nights. I know I remember years ago we did a motorcycle trip and someone's motorcycle had problems. So we ended up staying, a bunch of us. So we're camping, everything at someone's house, a delay. And it was a full day delay. And then we finally got back on track. And of that whole trip, Kim, I remember the delay. And it was amazing. We had so much fun.
Oh.
The people who hosted us were just delightful. We made new friends. None of it was planned. I do not even, I know the destination of the rest of the motorcycle trip. None of the rest of the trip stands out to me, but that experience, yeah. And that's what I'm saying, to embrace those things. Because I could have also gotten frustrated. I could have been like, we're not on plan. We're supposed to be here. This is supposed to happen. And then been kind of pissy and not enjoyed the experience.
Yep.
And all of us just embraced it. And that's like the vacation mindset in life.
Yep.
Take it with your vacations, but then bring it back to your life too.
Ooh. Talking about all this.
Yeah.
Now, what does that mean for these mini podcasts for this next week?
Ah,
Oh,
yeah, it's Tuesday. I think it means we'll be back next week, Wednesday. We're going to take a vacation.
yeah.
There's a whole bunch of them. If you're wanting to listen, go back in the archives here and find something. There's so many great messages, Kim.
There really are a lot. So if you're not quite for sure, you need a pick me up. It doesn't matter what time of the day. Just go to I think we're on like Spotify, we're on PodOps, we're on YouTube. So just pick one.
Yeah.
Um, and like
Apple
sometimes we're,
Podcasts, Amazon. We're on the big ones.
yep, just scroll through and just pick one.
Yeah.
That's the one that you're going to need at that moment for your pick me up.
Yep. And then we'll be back next week, Wednesday, after vacation, and we'll see what sort of wisdom we have to share then.
Well, thank you, Jill. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thank you, Kim. And oh, yeah, and then when we come back, it's right before the 4th of July, so there'll be
Yep,
loads of people getting ready for even more vacations if they're not already on them.
that is very true.
Oh, awesome. All right. Well, happy vacation, Kim. Safe
Thank you.
travels to you and to everyone. And yeah, looking forward to hearing how it went. All right,
Whew.
everyone. Until next week.